What if I told you that money doesn't follow effort? It doesn't follow education. It doesn't even follow time. Money follows alignment. And if you learn how to align yourself, your mind, your beliefs, your desires with the frequency of wealth, then money will stop running from you and start running to you. Every millionaire I studied had something in common. They all followed a formula, but not one they were taught in school. It was invisible, mental, energetic, a hidden formula of wealth. And once they embodied it, money came not as a reward for struggle, but as a natural consequence of how they thought. This is not something you can fake. This is not something you can force. This is something you become. So if you're tired of chasing money, if you're tired of working hard and getting nowhere, it's time to flip the game. Because in this message, I will reveal the formula that made millionaires out of nobodies. And once you apply it, money will begin chasing you. Everything begins in the mind, not in your hands, not in your bank account, not even in your circumstances. It begins with a single definite thought. And that thought, when repeated with emotion and backed by faith, becomes a belief. That belief shapes your decisions. Your decisions form your habits. And your habits determine your financial destiny. In Think and Grow Rich, I wrote, the subconscious mind will translate into its physical equivalent by the most direct and practical means available. Any thought that is held in the mind and backed by faith. What does that mean? It means your mind is a magnet. You don't get what you want. You get what you expect. And you expect what you believe. And you believe what you repeat. So the real formula is this. Thought plus faith plus repetition plus action equals money magnetism. And most people fail because they never begin at the root. They chase tactics before fixing their thinking. They chase money without ever attracting it. Let's break down the formula. Step 1. Thought. Everything begins here. Not a weak, vague thought, but a definite, burning, precise desire. You must know what you want and why you want it. Step 2. Faith. You must believe it's possible, not wishfully, not hopefully, but absolutely. Faith is built through repetition, imagination, and emotional intensity. Step 3. Repetition. This is where autosuggestion comes in. Speak the thought. Visualize the thought. Write the thought. Live the thought. Every single day. Step 4. Action. Thoughts without action are dead. Once belief is strong, action becomes inevitable. Not forced. Flowing. This is how millionaires operate, from the inside out. They don't hustle for every dollar. They become people who attract wealth. Let me show you how this played out in real lives. Andrew Carnegie had one clear, obsessive thought. I will be the richest man in the world, not for greed, but to prove it can be done with integrity. He held that thought, repeated it, believed it, acted on it. He aligned with wealth, and wealth chased him. Henry Ford didn't invent the car. He reinvented how the world used it. He had one burning thought. I will build a car every man can afford. He didn't start with factories. He started with mindset. He expected the impossible. And so it became inevitable. Thomas Edison didn't stumble into invention. He repeated one thought endlessly. I will harness electricity to bring light to the world. His belief was so strong that failure meant nothing. He didn't chase success. He became a vessel for it. Let me add more to that. Charles M. Schwab, a disciple of Carnegie and head of WU Steel, once said, "Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. And those efforts? They are born from belief, from repetition, from inner certainty. Success doesn't begin in the boardroom. It begins in the silence of your mind, in the private places where no one else sees, where you repeat one idea until it becomes your reality. What happens when you don't apply the formula? You live in survival mode. You trade time for money. You sabotage opportunity. You shrink your vision. You say, "I can't more than I will." You wait. You doubt. You delay. And life reflects that doubt. But when you apply this formula, you flip the polarity. Money begins to find its way to you. Ideas find you. People call you. Solutions appear. Because you've shifted your inner state from lack to leadership. The real reason most people stay broke, it's not intelligence. It's not upbringing. It's not lack of opportunity. It's this. They never trained their mind to hold a wealth frequency. They let fear interrupt the formula. They plant a thought of abundance, but water it with doubt. They act inconsistently. They wait for proof instead of living by faith. But millionaires? They act as if it's already done. They become the version of themselves that money respects. And then they stop chasing, because money begins to chase them. And here's something few understand. Abundance doesn't mean excess. It means sufficiency. It means flow. It means knowing that the source of wealth is not the bank, the boss, or the market. It's you. It's how you think, how you speak, how you move. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need permission. You need one clear thought. I am aligned with wealth. Repeat it. Visualize it. Feel it. Then act accordingly. Ask yourself daily, what does a wealthy thinker do today? How does a wealthy person respond to fear? How does a wealthy leader invest their time? Answer those questions with action, and you will activate the formula. This isn't magic. It's alignment. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. So become the person money chases. Train your subconscious mind daily. Feed it truth. Refuse to rehearse defeat. Affirm success until it becomes your new identity. And when the results show up, you'll realize you didn't chase them. You aligned with them. So stop chasing money. Start becoming the kind of person money can't ignore. And remember this, if you don't program your mind, the world will do it for you. It will fill you with fear, lack, doubt, and distraction. But you can choose a new frequency, a new signal, a new standard. Speak it, live it, breathe it, and never look back. So as you rise from this message, do not rise as the person who began it. Rise as the version of yourself who no longer begs for opportunity, but creates it. Who no longer waits for permission, but walks with purpose. Who no longer asks, "Can I become wealthy?" but declares, "It is already mine." Because wealth is not found in the outside world. It is summoned from within. And now that you have the formula, the words, the belief, what will you do with it? Will you bury it in distraction? Or will you breathe life into it every morning with discipline, desire, and fire? The answer will define your future. The answer will build your legacy. The answer will be written across your results for the world to see. So decide now, not tomorrow. Not when it's convenient. Now, because the clock is ticking and the life you were meant to live, is waiting God. And as you speak your next affirmation, take your next step, and command your next day, remember this final truth. You are not just attracting money. You are becoming the kind of soul it was always meant to. Find, let me speak now to the part of you that no one sees, the part that carries silent ambition, that dreams in secret, that envisions a life no one else believes in. That part of you is not a fantasy. It's the real you, the higher you, the version of yourself that's been waiting, yearning to be released. You don't need another book. You don't need a better strategy. What you need is decision. To draw the line in the sand and say, enough. Enough of fear. Enough of playing small. Enough of chasing what I was born to command out. And if no one claps for you, clap for yourself. If no one believes, believe anyway. If the world stays asleep, wake up anyway. Because once you choose to think like a creator, to move like a leader, and to speak like someone who owns their destiny, the universe will rearrange itself around that energy dot, and the life you've imagined, it will no longer be a dream. It will be the new standard. If this message lit a fire in you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to this channel right now. Turn on notifications so you never miss your next step. Share this video with someone you care about, someone who's tired of chasing and ready to attract. Because you're not here to survive. You're here to create. And your new life begins with your next thought.